So, how many times have you come into the office and thought to yourself, I'm going to make loads of calls today. I'm going to smash it. I'm going to sit and I'm going to make phone calls. And then the next thing you know, it's lunchtime and you haven't made a call. So why does that happen? Some people would say it's because you just couldn't get over the fear of it, of making that first call. And some people would say, well, I just had other things to do. I think it's a bit of both myself. I think that what happens is you have two voices in your head, and one of those voices is saying, yeah, I'm going to do this because I said I was going to do this. I'm ready, I'm pumped, I'm going to make these calls. The other voice is saying, oh God, what if I'm not successful? Then what do I do? So how do you counter that, and how do you actually get on with what you've got to do? Well, first of all, every call is a successful call. So don't think about calls as unsuccessful, because whatever happens on the call that you make, you are either going to learn something about the customer or you're going to learn something about yourself and what you're saying, something to improve yourself on the next call. So it doesn't really matter. So eliminate that voice that says, oh, what if, what if, what if. So let's get rid of the what if voice, yeah? And because should that voice stay there, you're going to be saying what if 3 o'clock in the afternoon and you still haven't made a call. Or you've made a couple of calls and the what if has taken over and you're feeling pretty low about making calls. So it's not really going to motivate you. So we've got to get rid of what if it's not successful, that what if voice. And you've got to embrace the voice that's saying just do it. All right? So there you go. You've got two things. You've got what if, you've got just do it. Get rid of the what if and embrace the just do it. And quite often what happens, every single day when I come into this office of mine, I sit here and it is so easy for me to get distracted by anything else. I mean, I actually like making calls, but even I think twice about picking up the phone if my eyes caught on something else. So, for example, if I see there's an email pinging in and I'm going, oh, let me see what that is quickly first. And oh, I remember I want to do this and I want to do that. And so all of a sudden what's happening is all these other tasks are kind of taking priority to the main task, the task that's actually going to make my business successful, the task that's actually going to keep my business afloat, the task that's actually going to put bread on my table. And I'm not doing it. So if I don't do that task, all the other tasks that I think I've got to do will start to diminish too, right? So I was thinking, well, how can I stop myself from being distracted by all these other things? And what I came up with was, okay, so it's easy, right? Don't open your email. Turn the notifications off for that morning, just for the morning. Set yourself that morning time when you come in, because in the morning you're fresh. Nothing else has happened. Nothing has impacted on your mind yet. Nothing has happened to make you feel down, upset, or anything else. You've just got up. And how you set yourself up in those first couple of hours in work will determine the rest of your day in work. It's a little bit like, cold calling is a little bit like doing that workout that you don't want to do. But how good do you feel when you've done the workout? Keep that mindset around the whole process of cold calling. Too many people fear it. We all get a little bit of nerves before you're going to pick up the phone. We all think, okay, don't know how it's going to go. But what I always say to myself is, so what? Who cares? I don't care how that first call is going to go, because as I said to you before, all that's going to happen is I'm going to learn something. I'm either going to learn to buck up and get my act together and start speaking properly to people, because there's been so many times I have to tell you that I've made that first call with that approach of, okay, I'm just going to make it, whatever happens, and I've come off the call and I thought, right, okay, Now I know I've got to get myself together. I need to make sure I've got my qualifiers sorted. Don't forget to ask this question. Don't forget to ask that question. And jot it down. I jot it down on a plain piece of paper. Just go to the printer, get a piece of paper, stick it in front of you and start jotting things down. Because that all these little things help. And it's, obviously not everything's going to help everybody, but, one little thing that I say here today in this video might help one person, or maybe a few, I don't know. But I think it's really, really important that to keep your energy levels and to keep your motivation levels at the level that you require them to be able to keep the what if voices at bay, you have to start doing it. Just do it. So here's some tips I also do. If you come into your office and you have your phone right in the middle of your office desk or right in front of where you know you're going to come and sit down, that's the first thing you're going to do. First thing you should be doing is picking up the phone. Now, if you make all your calls on your mobile, you probably already have it. Then here's another tip. Why don't you just, if you're in bed or you're walking around, you're having breakfast, eliminate the emails and stuff when you're doing that. But have in your mind that once you sit down at your desk, bum on seat, phone in hand. Okay, sort of give yourself some little associations that help you to make those calls. Couple of hours, 1 hour, 2 to 3 hours, whatever your time allows you to do, or however quickly you can gain some traction or some kind of results from making your calls, then set yourself some time to do that. Don't beat yourself, like the workout. Don't beat yourself up if one day you didn't get a chance to do it, or one day you're not feeling well, or whatever it is. Don't beat yourself up, especially maybe you're at a meeting or in a virtual meeting with people on that morning. That's okay, that's fine. Don't beat yourself up about that, because that, again, it's like the workout. If you beat yourself up, and it becomes too easy to keep missing it then every day, doesn't it? So I don't know if this is making any sense to you, but I kind of, I had the feeling when I got up this morning, and I thought, okay, I'm having that feeling. I'm going to share this now with everybody out there, because I think it might help a little bit. And especially for those of you who have watched a few of my videos and thought, oh, you make it look easy, or it's great to see that you're making these calls and you're very relaxed about it, etc., etc. Well, I am relaxed because I've in those videos I've recorded myself picking up the phone, just doing it. You could record yourself, for yourself. Maybe that'll help, because when you're recording, you have to do it, right? Because you're recording. You could come on with me and, we can make calls together. But what I'm saying is find some little associations for yourself that kind of go with the phone. So association 1, you could have the phone in front of you on your desk when you come in. Association 2 could be when you put down the mobile, you pick up the other phone, or you don't have any emails around during cold calling. Association number 3, your morning shot is your morning workout is like your morning cold calling session, and you do it. So there's lots and lots of different associations you can have. Have the notepad, jot things down to help you remember the first call. Just do it, because the first call is your first learning, and that's important. Okay, I think I've talked loads. I must have lots of energy this morning, because I actually didn't do my workout this morning, but maybe that's why I've got all this energy to share with you. But then that's not a bad thing, is it? Okay, I'm going to go make my calls, and I hope you're going to make yours. Take care. I'll speak to you soon.